Welcome to the Pleasure Writing. I'm Will,
I'm Max.
and we are here in Carmel to talk to you about some really interesting materials and fountain pens. We gathered kind of our best in the store, our most interesting and unique. We thought we'd walk you through them. And I think we wanted to start with the Mont Blanc 146.
Yes, we grabbed a couple pens.
Just a few.
And we thought we'd walk through a few. Mont Blanc officially calls the material that their pens are made out of their precious resin.
Right.
You hear that a lot when you live with Mont Blanc. Obviously, Mont Blanc, one of the most well-known pen manufacturers in the world.
Of which we are now an authorized retailer and have been since November.
Yeah, been for a bit, yeah. And beautiful pens. Their precious resin is glorious. They of course make things in a bunch of different expensive materials. You can get solid sterling silver pens that are coated in platinum, and we have the Monet Dietrich back here in the main case. That's this beautiful platinum pen. Those are some of the precious materials people use when they create these object d'art. But
I think you'll find that many of the pens you're going to encounter in Zoroastrian, Platinums, Pilot, like they're made from a resin.
Yeah,
there is a resin material that goes into
and the individuality comes from how they're able to make different patterns or different kinds of color combinations, and it's all beautiful and everything. But these are some very specific and interesting outliers. So, for example, this is a ballpoint.
It is.
This is a ballpoint Lamy 2000. The fountain pen version of this
is so popular we didn't actually have one.
Exactly.
It's hard to keep in stock.
But we'll talk
use
about
it to write a lot because it is a novel writing pen.
And there you go. And they're fantastic pens, really highly engineered. But this is made out of macrolide, which is a fiberglass and resin mixture. Am I correct?
Fiberglass infused resin. Yes.
Yes. So it's something that's pretty unique. It definitely has a unique feel in the hand. It doesn't feel like other materials that we have in the shop. That's kind of interesting, and it kind of gives its own unique flair.
It's also a Bauhaus design. It's the only pen on display in the Museum of Modern Art.
Sure. Which
I think is really cool, and it's kind of the essential pen. It's kind of like Homo's, like instead of making the perfect pen, let's make the pen with nothing else.
There's nothing wrong with
There's nothing else there.
There's nothing else but a pen.
And it's wonderful. So this is the Pininfarina. Pininfarina is an Italian design firm that makes Ferrari. And we're kind of moving into even more interesting materials. This is actually aluminum. It's got a matte finish, great feel in the hand. It comes in this matte black, but the blue I love. I hope you're going to be able to hear this. It just has the most satisfying click and a hidden spring, which is just delightful in the store. It's so much fun.
It's important to put that in your hand because you always get the same reaction whenever somebody puts the pen cap back on. Everyone who doesn't goes, oh, as soon as they do it. It's great.
Yeah, it's so good. And then the other one that I always make sure that when you stop by the store, I put this in your hand. This is the famous Visconti Homo Sapiens. We're not breaking any news here. This is a Florentine company that's made this from, it came from Mount Etna in Italy. It's tens of thousands of years old. And this is the Magma version, which we actually designed. I believe we had a hand in designing it. It was going to be exclusive to us. Was for a while, and Visconti just loved it so much that everyone has it.
Sure.
Which is really cool.
If that's apocryphal, if that's not true, then we'll claim it just the same.
Oh, for sure. If you think it's wrong, comment. And the interesting thing is that lava is hygroscopic, which means that it actually absorbs oils and as you're writing. So it's a really good feel to it in hand. They figured out how to color lava. So there's the blue, the white that I'm holding. There's an Inferno, which is a red. And then it just came out with the dual touch. And this is gorgeous. If you told me I was like a brass finish with a camouflage, I wouldn't have believed you. It's magnetic closure, which I think is lovely. But this is Italian leather wrapped around the barrel of the pen, which is wonderful.
Hand stitched.
Hand stitched. Beautiful. We have people playing outside right now, which is amazing.
Yeah, they're part of it.
Let's see. So you want to do the guilloche?
Yeah, this is Esti Dupont, a beautiful pen. And I hope that you can hopefully Will can throw this up if you can't see it in the camera. But guilloche is a process by which you etch harden out using. I've just recently looking at it. There are these specific machines that you have to do, and it's all done by obviously traditionally it was done by hand. Nowadays, I'm sure that there are more automated ways to do it, but it still takes a ton of knowledge and background in order to be able to do this effectively. And when it's done effectively, it's done correctly, you can get some really incredible arresting patterns. This is called the Firehead. There's also Diamond Head, but really anything that they make is beautiful. And this specifically is just it's an absolutely gorgeous.
Well, as Max said, I'll put this up next to us. But I would also say, visit our product page. We have a new thing. We're doing carousel videos where we kind of take a pen and rotate it 360 degrees so you get every angle on it. And the pens that we say there are a lot of pens that it's difficult for pictures to do justice. I know. I post them on Instagram, and I continually admit that you guys aren't seeing what I see in person because it's just hard to capture. But the videos do a good job.
Yeah, some of the videos look better than the pens do in person. It's crazy.
So this is Urushi. This is the Platinum Azumo. So this is the kind of big brother to the 3776. This has what's called a president nib. And I don't think I'm breaking news, but the president nib is going away. So get these while you can. We have 4 or 5 in shop, I think, but I don't think you're going to be able to get these much longer. So
but then you get a new one in 4 years.
Yeah. So Urushi is a lacquer, and what they do is they take a sap and they apply it over an ebonite base, and then they let it dry, and then they do it again and again, and they do it like 60 times, and it achieves this like really interesting hand feel and shape to it.
Yeah, I mean it really is beautiful. Again, if you look at the carousel we have up on the site right now, this one specifically, you can see a lot of the color nuances that you don't necessarily get in the photos. But yeah, you've talked about this. You love this pen.
I do. I actually have one of these. That's the pen I've been writing with regularly, a medium president nib. I have our exclusive Carmel Sunset. This, I believe, is there's a handful of finishes. This one's a tan one. There's also a red. I think there's a green. There was a blue, but I think that's gone. But yeah, we have several. There's a wooden one, I think, that has a slight wooden hue to it. So I do.
Yeah, let's finish off with these. These are ASC Triangulos. They are, if you check them out, they're really cool design. The way that they're designed is really cool. They have a triangular cross section, so they strangely you would think maybe not necessarily, but it fits perfectly well in the hand. It really is very comfortable. But these are made out of celluloid, and celluloid is a pretty rare material when it comes to manufacturing pens. It used to be more prevalent. Nowadays, not so much.
Well, it's
some
a rare
companies still
material
do
in
it.
general, like, not just for pens.
I mean, in this form, it would be rare. Yeah, in order to create it like this, where it's a carvable, sculptable block of material, then yeah, and there's a whole process through which you have to take celluloid. Obviously, it is film. Well, film is made out of celluloid. And you would take a bunch of these layers of celluloid and press them together until they form a solid block, and then you can carve that out into the blanks for your pen. So as you look at it, you can kind of see those layers, obviously from different angles. There are different perspectives on those different layers, and it creates a really cool finish. It's really beautiful. There's a lot of dimension to it, and again, kind of rare, kind of neat. You don't see it very often. It's pretty neat.
Well, speaking of rare, and you don't see it very often, we have the David Oscarson Lingua Pacifica right up front here. I'm not even going to pick it up. It's our exclusive pen, one of 30, but it's in the Fabergé style, which all of David Oscarson's writing instruments are. So basically what David does is he takes a solid piece of sterling silver and diamond etches it, and then fills it with a metal silicate to achieve this gorgeous, deep guillot-shaped pattern. And then he glasses over it, fires it in the kiln, and it just becomes this gorgeous piece of art that you write with, that you hold in your hand. And I say that because it's not just art. Like, it looks great on your desk, and I'm not going to handle it right now.
Sure.
But I've literally seen David pull one out of his pocket in a pen show. It's just right with it.
Yeah, he's opening up like the glove compartment of his car.
Yeah. Chuck it in the back. Yeah. But they do come with a lifetime warranty. It's a phenomenal pen to write with, obviously. It's also rollerball or fountain pen, and feels really interesting. So just some of the really fascinating materials we have that you can put your hands on. Some of these.
It's a short list. This is the short list of the different materials that we have here, for sure.
Exactly. So thanks for stopping in. Thanks for, please stop in. Thanks for viewing the video. Comment, like, subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. Check out the website. The website's looking good. We're at thepleasureofwriting.com.
That's correct. Luckily, because that's the name of our business.
It's true.
It's a good thing that worked out.
Instagram.com/thepleasureofwriting. We look forward to hearing from you.
Thanks for stopping by.